Warning. If you are scared of animatronics, do not watch this video. We'll be talking about what I would consider to be animatronic hell. And that is the American Trasure Tour Museum. Now you're probably wondering two things. First, what is the American Trasure Tour Museum? And second, why did I call it animatronic hell? I'll get into more detail about the American Trasure Tour Museum a little bit later on in the video. But why do I call it animatronic hell? Well, it's because there's a wide variety of different animatronics from across decades located in this one specific place, and they're all active. And they're all very spooky. They're all a little bit scary. But there's one specific set of animatronics that made me want to visit this location. And I think you could figure out who they were.
On your left is none other than Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Not the full legal name.
So once I figured out they had old school Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, I knew I had to visit this location. So I grabbed two of my friends and we took a trip down to Oaks, PA. And this was our experience.
Welcome, everybody. Viewers of the Superman Nation today. We are going to be experiencing FNAF security breach in real life. I'm here with my main honky. Behind the camera, the man, the myth, Supermando Live. And we're gonna go in there and we're gonna go look at some old abandoned animatronics and some old knickknacks, and we're gonna have a good time. You're welcome to come along if you please.
Now a little bit of history on the American Trasure Tour Museum, because there's actually not a lot of history around the actual collection. Because the person who owns the collection wants to be anonymous. Him being anonymous just leaves me with one simple question. How rich is this guy? Because this dude's gotta be a fucking millionaire. Because this place is 100,000 square feet. There's so much stuff in here. He's gotta have a lot of money. So since I can't talk about the actual person behind the American Trasure Tour Museum, I can talk about some history on the place it's located in.
It's very empty in here.
It's kind of a little creepy, honestly. I feel like it's
kind of.
Maybe there are demons inside these animatronics after all. Who knows? I can sense a haunting. Maybe we're gonna have to do a little ghost hunting today.
The American Trasure Tour is located in an abandoned tire factory, specifically a B.F. Goodrich tire factory. The tire factory opened in 1937 and was active until 1986, to which the massive building complex became a commercial space for a wide variety of different places, including Arnold's Family Fun Center, which we did visit. But the second floor became home to the American Trasure Tour Museum in 2010.
Don't touch, guys. Remember.
Well, because like, what if it breaks somewhere in there? That'd be a little creepy.
Or you could just take the goddamn stairs. That's literally right beside us.
That's not very long. What does the cameraman think?
Stairs.
Okay.
This place is massive. Like I said, the American Trasure Tour Museum takes up 100,000 square feet. Like, it's big enough to where there's an actual tram tour. And the tram tour is long. It's insane.
It's in place to greet all of our guests.
Yeah, Lucas, you can wait. Damn.
The museum is split into two separate sections: the music room and the toy box.
She likes it. She likes the show.
The music room is called that because it has a lot of different musical things, a lot of different records, stuff like that.
The big dollhouse. Look at that.
It's your favorite YouTuber, Ludwig. I didn't know he owned this.
Yeah, bro.
He's so old.
That's hilarious. You really got the
I'm alright, guys. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Those things are terrifying.
He looks
especially.
scary. That one is terrifying.
They have like, I think those have pink eyes, but they look red. They don't look cartoony, they look like human babies, but they have like pink eyes. And they look like demons, like little demons. Look at it, look at the demon eyes. Tell me it doesn't stare at your soul.
I think you gotta be careful. It might be possessed.
I feel like the spirit of a dead child killed by a purple man might be in those babies. But it's just a theory.
A game theory.
Talk about goon material. Look at that doll. Damn.
I'll be honest, gang, I'm not really vibing with this area right here.
Any particular reason?
I think you might know the reason. They're all just staring. Like there's something watching, you know? I don't like it.
Didn't realize that we went to Ragdoll City. Am I right, Christian? Look at that big one. Oh, those ones have big ol' eyes. Somehow the ragdolls, I think, are creeping me out more than the porcelain dolls are.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just getting used to the
I think it's
porcelain
the
dolls.
eyes for me. They're just all staring.
They all, like, I think
many.
it's the large mirage of, like, all of them looking kind of the same in large groups.
I'm surprised if one of them just moved out of nowhere.
Oh, look, a ragdoll lamp. Oh, pictures, in case you didn't notice them when you were walking around.
Oh my god, that's you're really right there.
It's got boxes.
Like people with Funko Pops.
Except ragdolls, so it's actually like way
People
cooler.
actually had a collection of these.
Yeah, they're really popular. That's why the Annabelle happened, right?
Hold on, I gotta make a call.
Hello, hello, hello.
Just to address the elephant in the room. Hello? This one's kind of creeping me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. This one's a little eerie. He looks like he's trapped.
And the second room is the toy box, and the toy box is where the tram tour is located, and it is massive.
Can we kill him? Like,
What?
Can we kill this guy?
No.
Why?
Did you hear my funny quip?
No.
So the speaker said that this collection is this guy collects stuff from the 1870s to the present day, and I said, "Dang, that guy's pretty old, huh?"
Yeah, we should kill him.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
So while editing this video, I decided to go back and watch the footage I took on the tram tour, and I realized one big thing. It's kind of hard to understand where we are on the tram tour. Like, if you watch the clips in order, you're like, this doesn't make sense. These aren't in order, but they are, because they threw everything they had into massive rooms without any consistency, without any theming.
Spider-Man 3. Bill Clinton.
There's only a few specific areas that had theming in mind, even then there's still like random stuff. Like, you would see a Christmas themed area, then you see giant Snow White statues that look really terrifying. I'm trying my best to explain the tour because I didn't do that when I filmed earlier, so hopefully this turns out good. So the tram tour goes through two big rooms and one long hallway. First big room is where you enter and exit the tram tour. You start off, you see these creepy 7 dwarves animatronics. They're the first animatronics you see, and also you see Shrek.
Look at Shrek.
There's a lot of Shrek on this tram tour. After that, you see multiple puppet shows going on, as well as a creepy Mickey Mouse animatronic.
Where's Bill Clinton? Oh, that is Bill Clinton. Look at that.
Then you go into this little area dedicated to cars, and then you enter this area with a very tall roof, in which you get to see a whole bunch of signs. And you get a quick look at Charles Entertainment Cheese. Next, you go down this hallway, and there's a wall full of masks. Once you exit the hallway, then you see this carnival themed area.
Is that for like little kids to ride in?
I guess. No, really?
Merry-go-round. Tiny.
Then you go into this slinky area with all these like miniature clown stuff. It was really weird. There was also like the M&M's characters and Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason. It was weird. It was like, what's going on? But the clown animatronics were terrifying. These guys are creepy. Next, you go into this little Christmas themed area, and they explain the history of this whole Christmas village they had going on. And there was a whole bunch of different animatronics. A little bit creepy, a little bit, I'm not really liking this, guys. Then you go back for that hallway, going past the Snow White statues I talked about a minute ago, and the carnival.
They should get a real life size Eiffel Tower.
You think they should get a real life size Eiffel Tower?
Electroya.
You go through, you see this gigantic Donald Trump head, as well as some other mascots.
Where have I seen that king before?
Company that manufactures
Candyland, I swear. The board game. Oh my god.
Then we as a group saw what we came there to see.
On your left is none other than Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Not the full legal
also
name.
known as Chuck E. Cheese, with his pizza-loving friends Mr. Munch and Helen Henny.
Now, believe it or not, there's actually history behind the specific animatronics that you see at the American Trasure Tour. Which, by the way, huge shout out to the people who work at the American Trasure Tour. They knew exactly what we came there to see as soon as we walked in with our Five Nights at Freddy's plushies and my Five Nights at Freddy's backpack. They gave us a little bit of advice on where to sit to have a perfect view of the animatronic crew. But let's get back to the history of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. So surprisingly, there is actually quite a bit of history behind Chuck E. Cheese animatronics and the different stages we see throughout the years. The specific animatronics we see on this tour is actually from the balcony stage. This is the second iteration of the Chuck E. Cheese stage. The previous stage was the portrait stage, and the portrait stage is the first version of the Chuck E. Cheese stage. The portrait stage is them from body up inside picture frames located around the pizzeria, and in 1980 they decided to kind of make it more easy to see the show, so they put all the characters in one specific location. So instead of having picture frames located around the building, you just have to look at one specific place. This specific setup was put in stores between 1980 and 1986, and the characters located on the stage included Chuck E. Cheese, Jasper G. Jowls, Mr. Munch, Pasquale, I don't think I said that right, and the Warblettes. Each location had a special guest star. But around 1984, they kind of stopped doing the guest star, and they just made Helen Henny a permanent member of the crew. And it was really fun about this stage that the customization between each location, which I think is really fun. You didn't really see that often with the later stages that we got after the balcony stage, so this is kind of makes it a little bit more unique. And also there was a little maze located underneath it, which was called Mr. Munch's Madhouse. They closed this. So around 1988 is when they started to phase out the balcony stage, with the last remaining balcony stage closing in 1993. And a little fun fact for you Five Nights at Freddy's nerds like me, you might know of the game Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese Rebooted. This is probably one of the most popular Five Nights at Freddy's fan games of the last few years, and the animatronics and the stage we see in that game is loosely based off the portrait stage and the balcony stage. Let's get back to the actual thing you came here to see instead of just me yapping about Chuck E. Cheese for a few minutes.
Chuck E. Cheese has been serving pizza.
He's changed too much. Look at the bottom. Look at that.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our show. Well, gang, let's salute all the good people who are out there working for a living. How about it? Some days more than ever, and some days pass on by. I'll be working here forever, at least until I die. Darn if you do, and darn if you don't. I'm supposed to get a raise next week, and no darn well I won't. I'll be working for a living, working for a living, working. Cause I'm working for a living. Working for a living isn't bad at all when you have as much fun working as we do, right gang? So hang around and enjoy the pizza. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're taking what they're giving cause we're working for a living.
After that, we just kind of went back to the other part of that room, which just was a whole bunch of random stuff just thrown together. As the tour reached its end, all of us could think of one simple thing. This is better than what we expected.
What'd you guys think?
I thought that was.
I still need to sit.
But once we left, we walked around this little walk around area in the toy box and we saw something amazing.
Shrek. It's Shrek. Oh, I didn't even notice the Chuck E. Cheese. I noticed the Shrek first.
It's really cool to see these old school Chuck E. Cheese animatronics up close and personal and even get to interact with one. Basically, as close as you could get to interacting with one, you know, because there was a barrier in the way. But being able to see these animatronics up close and personal kind of sealed the deal for me that this is my favorite version of Chuck E. Cheese. Like, even though I'm nostalgic for this 90s, early 2000s look for Chuck E. Cheese, I still absolutely love the old school look for him, especially with the cigar. I wish they didn't get rid of the cigar.
Look at that thing. Why are there so many creepy ass dolls here?
But after we exited the American Trasure Tour Museum, we decided to do a little bit of exploring. And what we saw was downright chilling.
And play the same songs we know since the day imposter took our lives away. Now we're stuck here to decay.
On the door, in an abandoned building. Animatronics live here. 666. And you wouldn't notice from a distance, but rope. What does that mean? Are they telling us to end our lives? Is it a subliminal message? Is that how they got the children's souls of the animatronics? They hung them? I don't know. A little suspicious. We came here in search of animatronic creatures getting quirky. Right there we see the original animatronic plushies. Is this the abandoned original Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria? I think it might be. I'm literally shivering my timbers right now. Hear those sounds? Oh, Jesus. I think we're safe.
Come back.
You guys are running the wrong way. We gotta go that way.
Alright.
Finally.
We're free.
Come here.
And we didn't die.
Overall, I totally recommend you visit the American Trasure Tour Museum. It is so fun to visit. It's really cool. It's really swag. It's very epic. And if you want to see some old school animatronics, either Chuck E. Cheese or not Chuck E. Cheese, this is a really cool place to visit. The tram tour was fun. The people who worked there were very nice. I totally recommend you visit this place if you want to see some American history. I really enjoyed making this video, and I actually do want to take a trip down to some other animatronic locations because just animatronics are just very fascinating to me. So if you want to see more of that, let me know. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you.
We've seen all day.
It's that ugly fucking Cybertruck right
Ugh, gross. Gross. Looks like something Christian would drive.
Wow, fuck you. safe.
Hey, that's suspicious.
I don't think that is safe anymore.